Google adopts Anthropics Model Context Protocol. Is it now the de facto standard? $1 million dinner and $16 billion in sales. Microsoft Home 365 users lose access, and all that cheap stuff you buy on Amazon might be going bye-bye. Welcome to #Trending. I'm your host, Jim Love. Let's get into it. Google's recent decision to adopt Anthropics Model Context Protocol, or MCP, for its Gemini AI models and SDK marks a significant step towards MCP becoming the leading standard for integrating AI models with data sources. Now, MCP is an open standard developed by Anthropic that enables developers to establish secure, two-way connections between AI models and various data sources such as business tools, content repositories, and even application development environments. This protocol facilitates seamless data integration, allowing AI applications to access and utilize external information effectively. Prior to Google's endorsement, companies including OpenAI, Block, Apollo, Replit, Codium, and SourceGraph had already integrated MCP into their platforms, indicating its growing acceptance within the industry. Google DeepMind CEO Demi Hassabis highlighted MCP's rapid emergence as an open standard for the AI agentic era and expressed enthusiasm for collaborative development with the MCP team and other industry players. Now, why is a standard important? The biggest complaint about AI is that it remains a bit of a novelty, doing mundane tasks like reading email or writing reports. And there's nothing wrong with that. We use a lot of time looking for, analyzing, and writing documents and reports. But to actually integrate and engage with our corporate systems and data stores requires standards. And that's where MCP becomes so important in linking AI with corporate applications and functions. While Google's adoption significantly bolsters MCP's position, determining whether now it's the dominant standard isn't a done deal. The AI industry is dynamic, with multiple protocols and standards under development. But MCP's widespread acceptance is a good sign for developing a key standard to allow for the rapid integration of AI with business applications and data sources. The Trump administration has reversed its plans to restrict exports of NVIDIA's H20 artificial intelligence chips to China following a recent dinner between President Donald Trump and NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang at Mar-a-Lago. According to reports, Huang attended the event with a $1 million admission fee, and NVIDIA committed to investing in U.S.-based AI data centers. Following that, by what I'm sure is pure coincidence, the administration decided that the H20 chips weren't that big of a security risk. Before the dinner, the proposed restrictions aimed to limit the sale of NVIDIA's H20 chips, the most advanced AI processors legally available in China under current U.S. regulations. These measures had been under development for months and were nearly implemented. However, NVIDIA's pledge to enhance the domestic AI infrastructure may have influenced a reconsideration. Notably, Chinese technology firms, including ByteDance, Alibaba, and Tencent, have reportedly placed orders totaling approximately $16 billion for these chips just in the first quarter of next year. So, $1 million dinner, $16 billion in sales. And what was that national security issue? I forget. Microsoft 365 family subscribers encountered a significant disruption on April 10th as many users reported being unable to access their Office applications due to unexpected license expiration messages. According to Microsoft's Service Health page, a licensing issue is causing users with family subscriptions to be unable to open their Office suite. Problems started around 1100 UTC this morning, with fully paid up and licensed shared users seeing the message, "Your subscription expired," while others say they are seeing the message, "Your subscription has been canceled." The issue predominantly affects shared users within the family subscription, while primary account holders remain unaffected. Despite subscriptions being current, these shared users are prompted to renew your subscription leading to confusion and some frustration. Users have taken to online forums to express their concerns. One Microsoft support forum member noted, "Main user is fine, but the shared users are not and showing as expired." Attempts to resolve the issue by removing and re-adding affected users had proven ineffective, and some users reported temporary success after re-inviting members, only to face the same problem hours later. Microsoft has acknowledged the problem and is currently reviewing service telemetry and recent changes within the service to isolate the source of the issue. Now, as of 16:30 UTC time, Microsoft indicated that it had identified a recent change that may be responsible and is working to revert it. Some users have reported restoration of services following these efforts, and Microsoft recommends that users still experiencing issues refresh their browser or restart the application to update client-side caching and expedite their relief. I have just one question about this. With only Office and LibreOffice and even Google Docs available for free, who is actually paying for family licenses that they need hosted in the cloud? I'm asking for a friend. There are thousands of them, selling everything from school bags to Bluetooth speakers, little gadgets that look so cool, and what the heck? They're so cheap. You might as well try it out. These Chinese sellers on Amazon are now facing significant challenges due to the U.S. government's recent decision to increase tariffs on Chinese imports to 125%, up from the previous 104%. This escalation is compelling many sellers to either raise their prices for U.S. consumers or consider exiting the U.S. market altogether. Wang Xin, head of the Shenzhen Cross-Border E-Commerce Association, which represents over 3,000 Amazon sellers, emphasized the severity of the situation. This isn't just a tax issue. It's that the entire cost structure gets entirely overwhelmed. It'll be hard for anyone to survive in the U.S. market, he said. The city of Shenzhen alone hosts over 100,000 Amazon businesses, generating approximately $35 billion in annual revenue. The increased tariffs are causing some sellers to raise prices by up to 30%, while others are reducing inventory levels and advertising expenditures. For instance, products that cost $3 to produce could now incur additional costs of $4 more due to tariffs, necessitating price increases of 20 to 50% or more to maintain profitability. In response to these challenges, some sellers are exploring alternative markets such as Europe, Canada, and Mexico. Additionally, there's consideration of relocating manufacturing operations to countries like Vietnam or Mexico to mitigate the impact of U.S. tariffs. But the broader retail industry is also feeling the effects. Amazon has reportedly canceled some merchandise orders from China following the tariff announcements, reflecting the uncertainty and adjustments companies are making in response to the evolving trade policies. The question is, will anybody miss these sellers? Most of the articles on this topic talked about what a colossal drop in sales it was, but they also mused about the low quality of most of these products. But with $35 billion in sales, somebody's buying this stuff. Okay, full confession. I might be part of the problem. While I look around in my office at the pile of electronic gadgets that seemed like a really good idea at the time. So these tariffs might have some positive effects and save me money in storage space. Damn it. I live in Canada. We might be tariff-free on this. And that's our show for today. And if I look a little more relaxed, we've had power for the past 24 hours. And to celebrate, I took a long shower. And tonight, I'll even be able to wash my clothes. The real luxuries of a technological society. This weekend, Project Synapse is back with more discussion on AI and its impacts. Join us on Saturday morning or whenever you listen to long-form podcasts. Otherwise, I'll be back in the news chair on Monday with news stories bright and early. I'm your host, Jim Love. Have a fantastic Friday.